Hey guys, it's Joshy here, and I am back with my next Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. Now, this one was on Pimp Knight's chat against Sensei Sorky he had a full fighting team, as you'll see, which is a cool team, but it was actually a higher tier, so I got to use one or two Pokemon I don't usually use for the simple fact that I don't run too many higher tiers. Actually, it might have only been one Pokemon that I haven't used yet. But I've had this guy for ages one of them anyway, because I SOS chained, because I thought I want one of them shinies. And he actually was laughing because all bar Smeagol in my team was shiny. But it wasn't on purpose, it was just because the Pokemon I picked were the ones I'd SOS chained. Anyway, so I thought I'll bring Smeagol to this battle because it's OU'd and mixed, so I thought I might run my Sticky Web, because although once again I'm not great with entry hazards, I thought at least if I bring one, I can help myself out for once. So anyway, he actually Mega Evolves into his Mewtwo X, which I knew, pretty much had the idea straight away because of the fact that it was a fighting team, bar this guy. So I thought, oh, well, I'll go for the Spore there because I can put him to sleep, and then I might, I probably should, when I do this, is I set up the webs afterwards, but I do actually carry the, I don't have any attacking moves, but gosh, Sticky Web, Spore, Substitute, and Baton Pass. So I thought, I know I really can't use Baton Pass anyway because it's against a guy and we're going by a bit of Smogon's tiers. So I actually just swapped into Posey here, and I thought, okay, let's see what happens. So this Posey has featured before and is a great stall. He's set with Toxic, Wrap, Chlorophyll with the Triage, so my healing moves go first, and Attract. So I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to actually go for the Toxic and keep going unless he swaps, which is, then he's going to have a sleeping Mewtwo in the back, or he'll wake up and I can hit him with a Toxic. So I thought, unless he gets a crit, he's not going to take me out with another hit the next couple of turns if I use Chlorophyll. So if he stays in, I can slowly get worn down a little bit and I can take him down with some of the poison, because this thing can be a bit of a weapon and I need to be careful with it. So I just use the Synthesis because, as I said, I want to get my HP back up, so almost up to full. I'll go, and he, then he's not going to have much of a difference with the leftovers and Synthesis. He's going to take me down just to 45. I'll get some recovery from the leftovers, and then I'll go back to up almost full. I think it's about a 5 HP difference every time. So I was thinking, though, at this stage, I thought, I could heal again, or I could stay in. I'm not sure what I want to do. And he actually swaps out there and goes into his Breloom, which I thought, okay, but he's, it's a Breloom, but I unfortunately don't carry any fairy moves. So I actually swapped this turn too because I didn't want to take the chance of getting critted or anything there. And I just brought back in the Smeagol because I thought at least he can take out the Smeagol while taking some toxic damage. But unfortunately, this thing's also going to have Toxic Orb, so I'm guaranteeing this is probably some form of a Stally set. But the problem here is I don't have any attacking moves. And so I just went for Sticky Web, which kind of led off that I had no attacking moves here. So then he just went for the Substitute for that fact that he could easily get away with it. And I was like, damn it, I should have gone for the Substitute. So it just looked like a misplay on my part. Or at least, he Mac punched and outsped me, so, took me down. And then he wouldn't have necessarily gone for that because he might have been fretting about getting hit by a stronger move. Okay, so my Smeagol's down, but that's fine. He did his job, which was literally just the Sticky Web for this battle, and that's most battles. So I thought, I'm going to bring in the Serena here because I have an idea what I could do. This Serena is Choice Bandit and will be faster. The Mac Punch will hit me, but it's not going to hit me too hard because she's generally good stats all around, most of them. So, I'm going to go for the U-turn because I know that's going to be strong enough to break the Substitute, especially while I'm banded. And that means I can get a good hit off on him next turn, as long as I outspeed him, which is easily done because the Pokemon I'm bringing in is my shiny Golisopod, which has, I can outspeed with First Impression. So I thought, I'm going to see how much this does. It should do a bit, but I'm not sure how much. And I hit him, and that does a heap. It just survives there. And then he goes for the Spore. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how much damage this thing's going to cause to me, or what he's got. If he's got, any healing moves, he's going to go for Drain Punch or what. And he goes for the other Substitute. He must just have the HP for that. But I'm still asleep, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not swapping. I'm going to stay until I wake up, and hopefully I don't get emergency exited first, because that's going to be a big problem. So I'm like, okay, I'll go for another move here, hopefully break the sub. he goes for the seed bomb here, and I'm like, okay, let's have a look. So, yeah, I should be fine, and I don't wake up again. I'm like, oh, come on. I really want to get rid of this thing. If I don't get rid of it soon, it could be a big problem to the rest of my team. And so I'm like, okay, here we go again. Seed bomb. It hits. It knocks me just under half, but I actually carry the citrus berry, sorry. And I'm going to reheal enough so I'm still alive. That's fine with me. And I'm still asleep. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that, 3-4 turns? Come on. And I'm like, far out, I don't want to. And so I thought, okay, well, here I'm going for Sucker Punch, because he's obviously going to attack me. I doubt with Sucker Punch or Aqua Jet I'm going to break that sub. But the thing is, I needed to wake up before I got sent back with my emergency exit. Otherwise, I was going to be reset, and so my sleep could go for gosh knows how many turns when I come back out. So emergency exit activates, and I'm out, and I'm like, good, let's repeat exactly what worked last time. He's not going to kill me. He's not going to do anything. Even if he uses C-Bomb or something, and I outspeed, he's still going to not quite take out my Golospod. So anyway, he Mac punches there. I'm down to half HP, but that's fine with me. I need to get rid of this thing. This is a big threat. So I'm out, and the substitute fades, but this gives me perfect opportunity. All we can possibly do is Mac punch my Golospod, but that's about it. So I'm going to bring him back in, and I mean, it's not even hard to tell what I'm going to do. I'm literally just aiming for my first impression here. Which luckily, I'm easily able to get off, and there's no way he's surviving that. So I got rid of that big threat there. That was really worrying me. So the Buzzwole came in here, and I'm like, okay, well, I know Golospod is a real slow Pokemon, and Buzzwole's pretty slow too, and just got Sticky Web, so I just thought I'll just go for the Liquidation and see what happens. And he outspeeds me, and I went, oh well, I'll just break the sub. So I break the sub. With a crit actually, which is a shame, because that would have been nicer to have actually hit him. And so then I went again, and he went for the substitute, and he mustn't have looked the first turn or completely registered, because it was after he went the second time he went, wait a second, I'm outspeeding you. And I was like, yeah, Golospod's not fast at all. And so, I take down the sub again. I'm like, not too bad, I've got half the HP's gone now. And then he goes for the Z move, and I'm like, okay. And at the time I was like, I'm not sure exactly why he's going for the Z move, when he probably could have taken me out without it, but whatever, that's fine. So he goes over the all-out pummeling, and I mean, that's easily going to be enough to take my Golospod down, and you'll see in a second why he actually went for the all-out pummeling here, I believe. But then I think he made a misplay anyway in a minute, but yeah, we'll see. So Golospod's down there, and that's fine. As I said, Golospod's main thing at that point was to get rid of the Breloom. So here he gets the attack boost from Beast Boost, and this was my misplay. I don't know why I did this. I thought, okay, I'll bring the Serena in here, and I'll go for a Trop Kick and drop his attack, which was stupid because he's a bug Pokemon. So here, he's going to hit me with a Leech Life, not only reheal more than I got off, but once I die, his ability activates, and he gets an attack boost anyway, so he's back up to +1. And the only thing is, he gained a little bit HP, so it was a silly waste of Serena there, like really silly on my part. If anything, I should have gone for the Stomp, Choice Banded Stomp, and hope for a flinch, because at least that move I had was, at least, not very effective. Anyway, here I bring in my Annette, my shiny Banette, and I'm like, okay, I have 3 left, he has 5, we need to get back into this. So I get to use my Mega Evolution, something I don't use too often because I do use a lot of lower tiers, and I go straight for the Swagger there. And I actually really love that pose, with his hands on his hips, legs together, little big muscly boy. And anyway, he's confused, and he was like, why are you going for the Swagger, the confusion here? And I was like, yeah, well, it helps. And he goes for the substitute. I'm like, damn it, he got through. And I was like, oh, well, he's +3 attack now, so I could have just given him my own demise, but, And he goes for the Focus Punch here, and I was like, he does remember I'm a Ghost type, right? I'm guessing it was probably more of a misclick, but, I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, the confusion's still there, and then I was like, this is why I went for the confusion, because that is what I wanted to happen. So, he's going down there, nice little pose before we die, and Mewtwo comes back in. Now, Mewtwo is badly poisoned, so that works out in my favour, so it's not too bothersome to me because I will outspeed because of the speed drop. And then I was like, wait a second. No, I didn't. And he luckily goes for the bulk up. And I went for the Hex, you know, so it's going to be double the power because he's poison, which is awesome. And he barely lives that. It must be like 1-2 HP. But because he's poison there, you know, he's going down. And so Mega Manette's brought us back in from 5 to 3 to 5 to 3. Sorry, 5 to 3 to 3 all. Now, here is my second stupidest thing this match. I have a friend who said, you know, sometimes you state that you do stupid things a lot in your battles. When you do, maybe just sometimes don't overplay your own stupidity. I'm not overplaying it. I just pointed out because I do. But, here, Annette. Now, for the people who don't know, Prankster gives all your status moves a +1 priority. Now, the thing is, this generation, Prankster got changed that if it's being used against a dark type, anything that's boosted by Prankster will not hit. And the first turn, I don't remember what used. I think I used Thunder Wave and it didn't affect him. I thought, why is that happening? And I used the second one and I went, why? And stupid me then clicked it a third time, or a different move the third time, instead of at least going for Hex or swapping out, which I say is why he was going for the Iron Head, because he's expecting the swap. Anyway, I bring Posey back in here. I'm like, okay, we need some hacks here. We need some luck because I need to get back into this battle because, well, yeah, I don't have anything that's going to really powerhouse this Scrafty, and I can't risk bringing in my last Pokemon yet. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go for the Toxic. I could have gone for the Synthesis there, which would have been the smarter play, but I needed to start wearing this thing down if I wanted to get it out of here. So I went for it, fingers crossed, and he's immobilized by love. That's 2 turns in a row. So we're going all right here. So I'm like, okay, well, now it's time to heal, because even if he swaps, I want to be back on full HP. And because he's a fighting team, what he carries, most of his other Pokemon don't, you know, I don't know if they have super effective moves or not against me, but what they have, you know, they're not going to have stab super effective moves. So I go for the Synthesis. I'm back to full HP now, which I'm really feeling better and safe about. And immobilized. That's 3. 3 in a row. I'm like, yes, okay. And he's just random number generator at this point, but you know, I've had some of them like that. I had one battle that I didn't upload anyway because it wasn't that great, but I think I got 5 in a row or something. So I go for the wrap here, so now Scrafty cannot swap out, and the Toxic's building up, and that is, was that 4? Now 5 in a row, I can't even remember, I lost count already. But Scrafty is immobilized by love again, which means no attack on me. I don't have to bother healing. And that means I can go, even though it's only a tiny bit of HP, I'm just going to go for the wrap again next turn. It means I don't have to stall him by using extra Synthesis. So it does literally nothing, but it doesn't matter. And he gets through and gets the Iron Head off finally. So he finally got through. That does a heap of damage. It takes off, you know what, 104. So I cannot synthesize back up to that HP. So I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, well, he's going down next turn for sure. I'm going for the Synthesis, obviously. I need that HP back. I just need him to be immobilized by love. So anyway, okay, go for the Synthesis. I'm like, okay, well, we know this is going to heal me. So it does that, you know, it does what? Heals like 63, it should. Yep. And so I'm like, okay, we're feeling good now. Okay, come on, let's get another one. And he is immobilized by love again. This Scrafty literally only gets through the attract once. Now, if you are wondering, it is a 50-50% chance, so he should have got through a few more times. So Scrafty is going to go down to the poison, and that, you know, Toxic Love wrap, you know, I should call it the hugging Toxic Love, God knows whatever, being stupid. But its combination actually really can work, and as we just saw, can bring a real worrisome Pokemon out of it. Now, if I had a Fairy move, that also would have worked. So here comes in Swalk, or Sensei Swalk, from Sensei Swalk himself, and I attract again, and he is immobilized by love. So I'm like, okay. So I'm not sure what moves this guy has, but I say if he's bored him and he's got something that'll hit me at least decently hard. So I thought, I'm going to go for the Toxic here. Let's get this poison, let's start wearing it down, and let's try and get rid of it as soon as possible. So anyway, he's badly poisoned, so it's going to start. He is in love with Posey, and he gets through and goes for the Poison Jam. I'm like, okay, there we go. So he also has a special, super effective move, but thanks to my defense, there's a bit of HP and whatnot investment, I'm able to survive it. So I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, well, I can heal back up. I might be able to heal just to survive it. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I didn't sit there doing the math. I just went, okay, well, it's my best bet of what to do right now. So I heal up, I look at it afterwards, I go, I think I should just live this if I get hit with a poison jab. And he gets through, he hits me with a poison jab, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And I live, fairly well again, and I'm like, okay, good. So I'm looking well at this point. I'm going to go for the synthesis again because I can't risk him getting through. But it's starting to build up the toxic now, and wear down. So with another synthesis up, I'm slowly running out of synthesis. I think I had like 3 or 4 left at this time, maybe 5. And I think it was around 4. I'm slowly going down, so I don't really want to run out too fast. And he's immobilized by love again. I'm like, good. This turn I can go for the wrap so we can build up more damage. So I heal my leftovers. He's hurt by his poison. It's toxic, so it's going to get stronger and stronger every turn. And excuse me, guys, I just need a drink. So I go for the wrap again, as I said. And he gets through again and goes for the poison jab. Now, this does take me down, fairly low. But I get poison this turn. Like, okay, at least I got enough HP this time to live the poison. And, lefties goes first. So it's going to do a decent chunk. What is it, like 20? Not even 20, it's 15. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll heal back up. But thanks to the wrap and toxic combination on the other side, he is going to go down next turn anyway. So, it's worked out well. Posy's definitely taken out too. So I go for the synthesis here, just trying to delay so I can possibly get a toxic or that off on the last one. I'll see what happens, depending what moves it carries. And I restore up. He's in love with me, and I'm like, okay, let's see. And no, he gets through. He goes for the poison jab. He gets a nice hit, and takes me down to 8 HP. I just survive. Even with the lefties, though, I'm still in range to go out to the toxic here, which was fine, I was fine with that. I've taken out the 2 with Comfey because after I go down, I was actually a little bit worried here because I couldn't remember how much HP he had, and I knew he's not going to get the wrap damage off, but that is enough with that poison to take him out. So we are now both down to our last Pokemon, and I'm like, okay, well, he's going to send in here his Hawlucha. I'm like, okay, this is actually quite good. I don't think I'm sturdy, though, but I probably should change it. But I do have Magnet Pull, and I thought, okay, well, here's my shiny Magnezone. I've never been able to bring him out in a battle before, and he goes for the Drain Punch, which is good. I thought he might have had the Flying Press, but then that would have been neutral. And I'm able to get the Thunderbolt off. I'm like, okay, please don't have Focus Sash. And he doesn't. So I take him out, and that is game. So I'm able to finally get to use my Magnezone in online battle, and he gets 1 move and a win. So guys, that's the battle there. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, though, please do hex that like button, because it does help, as always. And if you have any suggestions, theme teams, challenges, which, remember, can be not just full teams or battles. They could just be sections of battles or things you want to see me be able to link up or achieve, whatever you think, or things like that. Please do chuck them in the comments. And, guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.